Hello everybody, welcome to the Impressive channel. At first I wasn't going to do this story because I'm completely disgusted by it, but BuzzFeed leaked the news that R. Kelly is running an alleged sex cult. It is alleged that he has a group of young women imprisoned in the homes he rents out. He controls when they eat, when they bathe, when they sleep, how they dress, and what sexual positions to please him in. He also records them having sex with him, which is the same despicable thing he did to the 14-year-old he was raping on tape. And his brother even exposed R. Kelly for messing with young girls and trying to frame him for the sex tape scandal.
Killer Kel, who's here in the studio with me, otherwise known as Carrie Kelly, his picture was run on the news as being the person in the video, and then they tried to build, your brother's team tried to build upon that story.
Right, that's correct.
At that point, there'd be a serious division in the brotherhood.
Right.
It's like, Duke, even if you didn't do it, why are you trying to pin this on me?
Right.
Now you may wonder how and why these young women are under R. Kelly's control like this. The reason why they were lured by R. Kelly is because they wanted to be famous music artists. These young girls, a lot of them 18, 19, are promised stardom by R. Kelly, and they sign a non-disclosure agreement to do so. But they end up being held hostage for years. One of the victims, Joycelyn Savage, was handed over to R. Kelly by her parents because they assumed that R. Kelly would help break her into the music industry. However, they sensed something was wrong when they weren't allowed to get in contact with their daughter for months.
My daughter was off in college at the time, and I haven't seen her since.
I've reached out to Diane Copeland and Alicia Evans, which are the madams that watches over the girls, and they would not give me any information about my daughter. So we just want him to release her and let her go on with her life, because he's affected too many young girls over the years. And I just wanted her home and to try to get her rehabilitated to the Joycelyn that we know and miss.
I had an encounter with R. Kelly, and I lived with him at another location that's not far from here. I've participated and witnessed a lot of acts that I did not agree with, where you have to ask to be, take a bath, permission to shower, to eat, permission to go from one room to the next. He really manipulates your mind because of who he is and his fame.
What R. Kelly has done to you, nobody, I don't mean nobody, needs to go through what you've been through and what them other girls been through. I love my sister so much, and I just want to see her how she used to be. When Joycelyn left to go to college, everything changed after that. Everything. And it's all because of this monster, R. Kelly. He needs to get what he deserves, for real. Like, everybody knows that he is a pedophile, a rapist, everything.
That's it.
Joycelyn recently came out and was forced to deny the claims, but you can clearly see she was coached on what to say. Watch the shadow as she's talking.
And I just mainly want to say that I'm in a happy place with my life, and I'm not being brainwashed or anything like that. Never been feeling hostage or anything like that in that nature. Never.
Are you currently in Georgia, or where are you?
I'm not. No, not. I wouldn't want to speak on that as well.
Are you with other roommates? Are you free to go from where you are?
No, I want to speak on that as well.
Someone is gesturing her not to go into detail about her whereabouts. She isn't allowed to disclose her location because of fear. Because if she broke R. Kelly's rules, he would physically abuse her, allegedly. Now this whole situation makes me think back on poor Aaliyah. Aaliyah started out her career with R. Kelly because she and R. Kelly were under her uncle's management at the time. However, the dynamic between them was odd. R. Kelly had Aaliyah dressing like him, and he referred to her as his best friend.
Most of all, I'd like to thank two very special people in my life. That's my mom, who is in heaven enjoying Kelly right now, and my best friend in the whole wide world, Aaliyah.
This was odd because he was close to 30 years old, and Aaliyah was only 14 at the time. At the tender age of 13 to 14, R. Kelly had Aaliyah in the recording studio with him by herself. Both R. Kelly and Aaliyah produced Aaliyah's multi-platinum classic album called Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. However, there was a lot of drama and speculation around that title and around Aaliyah and R. Kelly's relationship.
Yeah. Okay, let's clear something up, because you know I've been getting a rundown on the street. Everybody seems to think that y'all are either girlfriend or boyfriend or cousins or friends. let's just get the record straight.
Well, no, we're not related at all. No, we're not. We're just very close. He's my best friend.
Guess you could say that R. Kelly has a thing for younger ladies. In 1994, the R&B singer married his protege, Aaliyah. If you consider that Kelly was 27 at the time and his bride was 15, the court documents show that the couple was married in Chicago on August 31st, 1994, and that Aaliyah lied about her age. She claimed to be 18. Shortly after the nuptials, Aaliyah's family persuaded a judge to annul the marriage.
Aaliyah was on top of the world and then this happened. Did they get married?
Well, Ryan, it is not my place or the forum for me to really get into that.
Okay.
So she's famous, she's rich, and the only thing she seems vague about is how old she is.
My age is going around. It's like I just never really say it, so you can't hear it from me. But I'm in my mid-teens.
Mid-teens, okay. I suppose you could define that either way.
You know, 15, 16, 17.
They were saying all kinds of things about, oh, Aaliyah's married.
Right. I just say, well, you know, I say no.
Well, she may say no, but this marriage certificate shows that last August, Aaliyah and R. Kelly said yes. But hold on a sec. How old did she say she was again?
I'm in my mid-teens. 15, 16, 17.
So if she says mid-teens, the certificate says 18 and her record company 15, how old is Aaliyah? Maybe the reason she's keeping quiet is because if proved she's a minor, her marriage to R. Kelly will be null and void.
What happened was Robert's mom died in the process of them making the record. And Robert was extraordinarily close to his mom. She was she was his muse, you know.
Right.
She as well. She was an inspiration for him in a lot of ways and stuff. And so it was a traumatic experience. And so that trauma made him and Aaliyah become very close, because a lot of times in the studio, like it would just be them two, and he'd be like obviously crying and, you know, going through whatever he was dealing with trying to deal with the loss of his mom, and like she would be the one kind of there comforting him, you know, because they were working together so closely. Again, not condoning anything, but I think that's what kind of got the lines fuzzy.
Right.
You know, I think that was it.
You know about all the rumors about you being married and stuff like that. Was there any truth to that?
Man, you are so late.
I know, but you know what it is? It's like, I just had to ask it though.
Nah, because like the fans, they know. You know what I mean? Like my fans that I love you, thank you for supporting me. They know. Like you need to get like an old vibe or something and like get the answer, because that's old. I'm single.
Okay. Basically, Aaliyah confirmed her marriage to R. Kelly because Vibe magazine published their marriage certificate. The marriage was annulled by Aaliyah's parents' request. Her family was in uproar that the marriage happened in the first place because she was 15 and he was 27. Not only that, it was alleged that Aaliyah was pregnant by R. Kelly.
In 2002, Kelly was charged with child pornography. He was eventually cleared. But this new book, The Man Behind the Man, threatens to dig up old skeletons. It's written by Kelly's former personal assistant, Demetra Smith. The nonfiction work delves into Kelly's professional and personal relationships, including one with late R&B singer Aaliyah. One excerpt from the book reads, "I think she's pregnant," he said, in a voice that sounded as if he wanted to burst out in tears. "Oh man, Rob," was all I could say at the time. Daryl arranged for a car to pick Aaliyah up at O'Hare Airport, and she had a hotel room available on arrival. This was crazy. The publishers say the book also examines that so-called secret marriage of Kelly and then 15-year-old Aaliyah, something that has become modern folklore. But is it true? Smith reportedly says to Kelly, "How you gonna marry Aaliyah, Rob?" I asked in bitter sadness. I wanted him to relinquish his idea on how that was going to happen.
America thinks that her parents consented to this. The book reveals it was a secret from actually her parents as well. It was something that R. Kelly orchestrated within his camp.
Aaliyah's family got her away from R. Kelly and probably saw to it that she had an abortion, because poor Aaliyah was sexually abused and she probably didn't know it. After the whole marriage drama and Aaliyah split from R. R. Kelly tried to get Aaliyah blackballed from the industry.
What was surprising to me is really how after it all came out, it was really kind of like Aaliyah got villainized somehow.
Yeah, she got blamed.
That's true. Yeah, and that's
right.
the part that I never understood, and that's what made the transition to the second album very difficult. You know, except for a few relationships with Jermaine Dupri and Puffy, it was hard for us to get producers. Wow.
So do you think y'all like had been blackballed once people started?
It felt like it. That's what it felt like, and I just
People
didn't
were
understand
upset.
why they were upset with Baby Girl.
Aaliyah was still able to have success in music, but her marriage to R. Kelly was a very dark time in her mysterious, short-lived life. And the reason why I bring up Aaliyah's story is because the same way these young girls are promised fame by R. Kelly is the same way R. Kelly promised fame to Aaliyah. And he did help jumpstart her career, but it came with a cost, and it almost destroyed Aaliyah's life and her career in music. Unfortunately, girls like Joycelyn aren't seeing the success that they hoped for the way Aaliyah saw success. And it's probably due to the fact that her parents aren't able to protect her. But anyway, I just hope these young girls are freed, and I hope R. Kelly goes to jail because it's long overdue. I don't care how good his music is. I know where the spirit of his music is coming from, therefore I can't bring myself to listen to it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
Do you like teenage girls? When you say teenage, how old are we talking?
What do you say to the multiple fans, the many fans who are watching and listening that say there have been multiple accusations against you, against young women in Chicago, and they are concerned about your past and that's impacting them from purchasing your music sales?
It doesn't matter who they are.